Hi, I'm Carrie.
I'm Danny.
And we're doing a Fastback session.
What has been inspiring me for the past year has been focusing more on my singing. I've always gotten up in the morning and written songs, and
You've always gotten up and played for like 4 hours on the guitar.
well, I don't do 4 hours anymore.
Mind-blowing to me, yeah.
But I've always gotten up, and it seems like if I get up early enough in the morning and I'm not awake and I start doing something creative, the gates aren't down. The super ego isn't active yet, and I can sneak stuff out that is good before I start thinking too much. But what has been inspiring me for the past year is that I've been singing my own songs. For years I've written songs, and now I'm singing my own songs, and it's changed my style, and it's also added to my ability to structure melody, which I've always enjoyed doing as a lead guitar player and as a melody writer. But now singing, as you know, you can really, it's just the endless permutations.
Well, and I'm coming into it backwards. So I'm primarily a singer.
Right.
And have picked up the guitar only so that I can be independent and play on my own, or played piano before, so there's some piano in there. But I've done that solely to complete the picture as well, so that I can also accompany myself. And if I want to go play somewhere, I don't have to necessarily have a band or ask somebody else to help me.
Right.
But it opens up writing for me too, and writing's different when you're doing it on the piano compared to the guitar as well. So there's a lot of learning within that.
I personally am a newbie to all the social media and stuff and the way things are broken down now. But I was a newbie to the old paradigm too. I mean, you always learn as you go. And so I think that by the time I finally figured out the music business was just at the point where I got shot out the other side of it. And now there's just it's more of a common sense approach for me. I have a lot of friends who still play or produce or manage, and I've just chosen at this point to go back and reconnect with all of them and say, well, how can we all work together and make each other more successful is the kind of thing. It hasn't been a verbal agreement or anything, even speaking that out loud. It's just, as I've been doing the record, people have said, oh, well, that sounds really good. That sounds like fun. And send me some tracks. I'll send them some tracks and say, okay, well, why don't you come over here and play the show? Why don't you do this? Do you want to be on my label? And things start rolling, but it's been very organic.
Because life is different than in my 20s, like I have a family, I have a son, I have things that I didn't have before. Like, I like the idea of being mobile. Like, that's why I kind of like the EP. Ideas are kind of coming that way too. I'm a big believer in DIY and doing it yourself, but also in intuition too. Like, I think that things show up. You know what I mean? And I love that magic. The one thing you own is your expression. So that's what I want.
Right.
I want to know, honestly, what's coming out of me, and that's all I want to know.
That's a big part of, I think, me coming around to singing and then doing this record is a big, big, big part of it, because that is all there is.
Yeah.
That expression and not trying to go the commercial route.
And nobody can take that away from you.
No.
I love that. Like, you can write songs all your whole life. I mean, maybe nobody sees them, but like, that's yours.
And when you connect with other people with that message or that idea or that emotion, it makes it bigger. It makes it more powerful.
My whole reason for doing music is to commune right now. Like, I just want to commune with others over this. And if it happens to touch somebody's heart, I mean, there's no higher... I'm sure you've gotten emails from people for goodness stuff, and there's no higher compliment than someone saying that song helped me.
No.
Or changed my life, or did something, or was the background to my relationship, or my 20s, or whatever. There's just nothing more powerful, and that keeps That's what makes me feel good and grounded, is because really that's what's real. That's what we all have. That's all we really have, I think, in the end.
Well, Haley has a mirror that doesn't meet her eyes. She comes from a town where only pretty girls get lives, and she's been driven by panic on her line. She'd do anything, get to be somebody's wife, to not have to deal with an unhappy life. But she's never given herself a chance, so what's that spell? Well, it's L for being lonely as she can be, and O's for being out of her mind with grief, and S is for the self-esteem she never had, and T's for just plain tired. Now life slips away with the clock on stand, just seems to pass you by. Then loving yourself would mean taking a chance, something that you won't try. She's lost. She's lost. She keeps coming with an average man. She worships a wonderful prize. She will dote on him and do anything he says, and he never gets to leave her eyes. And the day finally comes when he's got that question. Get well, it's finally here. See, she got her man and a vision. Why doesn't it seem so clear? Because L is for lonely as she can be, and O's for being out of her mind with grief, S is for the self-esteem she never had, and T's for just plain tired. See, life slips away with the clock on the stand, and it just seems to pass you by. And not loving yourself would mean taking a chance, something that you won't try. She's lost. Lost, yeah, take it anymore.